Okay, for today's video, we're going over the Jurassic World Series 3 minis. These might be in the Dino Trackers line. I'm not 100% sure, but this is the Series 3 minis, the ones that you can see. And I have the full set except two, and I'll quickly explain why I didn't get the two. So, in the set, there's 10 different packs, and I got every single one except two, and the reason is, two of them are the Giganotosaurus and the Indominus. And these are two that you were able to get individually as well in previous sets. Here's one of the Gigas and here's the Indominus. And I mean, the thing is, they might be slightly different color variations than the two I already have, but just to be honest, with these being around $4 where I'm at, I don't really want to pay $8 for those two figures when I pretty much have the exact figure. So I would rather just pass. So even though they did actually have both of those, but I did not feel like paying $8 just to get a slight color variation of two figures that I already had. And I have multiples of the Giga. It would have been my second Indominus, but in the Indominus, out of the four bigger dinosaurs that they made singles of, is probably the one I needed the most of, just because, or probably the one I like the least. But I have a ton of the Rex. I've got a couple of the Gigas, and the Spino is probably my favorite of the ones that I have the least of, but this set didn't have the Spinosaurus, so there's just no point to get those two, honestly. So we'll just go over the ones I did get. So since those are box 1 and 2, so if you don't know, you can tell which box you're getting pretty much by these little codes right here. And this one's 10F. 1F and 2F are the Giga and the Indominus, but like I said, I had no interest in those figures, so that's why you'll see everything in this set except those two. So this box, like I said, is 10F, so if you're trying to find a certain box, and I do think there's some really good ones in this box, well, in this set, so this might be one you're looking for, so you might want to remember the numbers. Okay, yeah, this is one of the good ones, actually, one of the really good ones. Yes, so this is 10F, so this is the Borealopelta. Super cool. It's a type of Tyrannosaurus. They ended up giving it these like tail quills or feather-like structures. Looks really cool. And then the other figure is, I believe, Sauropelta. It might be like Borealopelta, but I'm pretty sure it's Sauropelta. Whatever it is, it's still two awesome figures. And like I said, this one is 10F, so if you're wanting this one specifically, and I figure a lot of you all will since this is one of the cooler ones, that's the number 10. Once again, I'll show it really quickly. Right here, this little number, it's not super obvious, but right there, that one right there that says 10F on the end, that's the one that you get these two. This set and the Marine set are the two coolest ones in this set. There's one with a Nothosaurus and a Elasmosaurus. I think that's the two coolest sets in this one. So this is 9F. Dang, I think this might be it too. So I'm just going to say, if you're only going to pick up two of these, this would probably be the two sets I would recommend getting, is 9F and 10F. Yes, okay. This is a cool one. The Elasmosaurus and the Nothosaurus. So yeah, these are the two coolest sets I think out of the whole thing. So like I said, if you're only going to get two and already have some like me, these would probably be the only two I would recommend getting. Well, I mean, there's other good sets, but like, these two are the only two that I'm like almost positive are both brand new to the minis lines. And these are really cool ones. That Borealopelta is super cool. That Sauropelta is really cool. The Nothosaurus is really cool. And that little Elasmosaurus is super cool. Such a cool little group of four. Yeah, wow. Now we'll get into the rest, but unfortunately I guess that does kind of take away some of the optimism or the excitement just because we've got the two coolest ones left. So this is 8F. There's a bunch of other cool sets though, but those are definitely, I think, the two coolest ones you can get. Okay, so this box, 8F, is the Ceratosaurus and the Pentaceratops. This is actually another really good one. Really love this mini Pentaceratops. And I love the Ceratosaurus as well. Really good pair. But I already have both of these figures. That's the only reason. I mean, not maybe slightly color variation ones, but Well, here's the Pentaceratops. I literally have it right here, so I mean, maybe a little darker right there. That's like the only difference, though. But yeah, that's another cool little set, but still, just because I already have those two, it's just not as cool. Okay, next up we have, what box is this? 7F. Okay, this one's pretty cool, but once again, another case of already having all the figures, I think. So we have the Kentrosaurus and the little Stygimoloch. I think I already have the Stygi, but I might not. Not for sure. That's the only one I'm not for sure about, actually. But still, cool set, but I already have the Kentro, and I think I already have the Stygi. Not for sure, though. I think Bistroheverser and Pentaceratops might have actually lived in the same formation, or a close relative of Bistroheverser and a close relative of Pentaceratops, and the little Stygi fell. That's one thing that does kind of snake about these. They had to make them really big feet for them to stand as being as rubbery of a material as they are, but then still, some of them don't stand great. Okay, next up we have box number 6. Okay, this one's a decent one. The Yangchuanosaurus. I already got a bunch of this one. I do like the colors on this one really well, though. The crest looks really good. And then it has the Tapejara. I'm not for sure I have the Tapejara yet. Possibly. Yeah, I do actually see it right now. But yeah, do like both of these. Okay, next up we have box 5F. Okay, I know we've got the Carno and the Atrociraptor left, and the Therizinosaurus and Albertosaurus. Okay, I think this is actually a new one for me. So this has one of my favorite dinosaurs, the Albertosaurus, but I already have this figure. But I think this might be my first of the mini Dimetrodons, so that's an exciting little figure. Not a dinosaur though, but still, really cool animal. This set actually has a lot of non-dinosaurs, between the Dimetrodon, the Tapejara, the Elasmosaurus, and the Nothosaurus. A lot of cool non-dinosaurs. So yeah, all we have left are the two, or not the two on the end, but the Therizinosaurus and the Velociraptor and the Carno and Atrociraptor. So this one is 4F. So the last one we opened was 5F, I believe. Okay, so this is the Therizinosaurus and the Velociraptor. Got a ton of this Therizinosaurus and a lot of this version of blue or beta, whichever one it's supposed to represent. But yeah, cool little set, but these two have been in a lot of the minis, so definitely not new figures by any means. And next up we have box 3F. So this is the last one I got, so we know what this one should be. It should be the Carnotaurus and the Atrociraptor. So yeah, Carnotaurus, cool figure. Definitely like the Abelosaur and the Atrociraptor. Yeah, so overall, another really great set of minis. And like I said, I got every single one except the two larger single figures. And with the, I'll be honest, at this point, after getting a lot of these, I do really like them. And opening these have been some of my biggest videos on my whole channel, so I am very thankful for that. But these might be the last big set of minis I get. Like, I think I've kind of gotten at the point now where I've gotten about all the minis I really want. And unless I just happen to find, like, a whole set of new ones, and there's only, like honestly, really for this set, I only really wanted the Bistroheverser and the Borealopelta set, as well as the Elasmosaurus and Nothosaurus set. And I think from now on, that's kind of how I'm going to be. If, like, there's a set of these, I'll get them, but I'm not going to get the whole wave. And I didn't get the whole wave this time either, even though I had the opportunity. But I think that's kind of how it's going to be from now on, just because these are kind of expensive, honestly. I mean, $4 isn't that much, but for these little, like, rubbery figures, that is a little high, honestly, for my liking. Because, I mean, really, This cost about, I think, like almost $40 for all these, between like taxes and everything. I mean, I've got the receipt right here, but I think it was about that much. So yeah, these things are not that cheap, honestly, for the quality, I will say. But I do really like them. But like I said, with just me having as many as I do, I just don't really plan on getting many more, except maybe a few like individual ones. But I do really love the minis, and even though I think this might be some of the last ones I get, I still do really, really love the line. And we'll probably end up getting more in the future, like I said, but just I probably won't go out of my way to get like a full set anymore. But I do want to thank you all so much for watching. I'll put links to 2 of those like really popular ones, but 2 of those videos are some of the most popular videos on the channel. Once again, I'm so thankful for that, but you know, I prefer like doing reviewing safari figures and stuff. And I know these are definitely really fun to open, but you know, there's kind of a limit with what you can do with these, at least for my channel, as far as like what I want to do with them. But yeah, once again, thank you all so much for watching. I'm out. I'm going to try to see one thing. I want to see if I have all 4 of the different Atrociraptors, so I'm going to cut the video right here, and I'll show you all at the end all the different Atrociraptors if I do have all of them. But that's it for the majority of this video, but now I will check really quickly to see if I have all the Atrociraptor variants. Okay, I did a quick look, and I think I do have all 4. I'm not for sure exactly which is which, but I'll go over which I think each of them is. So I know that this one's Ghost. That's the only one I'm for sure about. I think this one's Tiger. I think this one's Panthera. And I think this one is Red. I think. And I could be wrong, but I think that's the 4 of the different ones. But yeah, so I did just want to show that off here at the end just because I was kind of curious for myself. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I'm out. And like I said, I will possibly do some more mini stuff in the future, especially if you all want to see it. But since it's kind of, the mini stuff has slowed down a bit on the channel, and just, you know, I kind of have most of the minis now at this point, except, you know, a few different color variants and whatever. So yeah, the mini stuff is probably going to slow down on the channel even more than it already has. But I still want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'm out.